Hello, Cancer. This is Ron from Terror of the Twin Sun. I would like to welcome you to my channel, Terror of the Twin Sun. Welcome. My name's Ron. My channel's name is Terror of the Twin Sun. I'll be working with three decks with you today, and doing three iterations or three portals for your love situationship, in which you can take resonance to make some sort of new instruments, some sort of spatial capacity, a realization of a vision of the unknown love that surrounds you. Okay? Take what you will. This is entertainment. However, if there is resonance, please use it to your discretion. I'm going to start off with a very special deck for you from Geneva. It's an erotic deck. So this will be an erotic reading. The Tarot of Forbidden Dreams. So this is not for the faint of heart. It is quite erotic, and I'm going to pull from this deck, but I won't show this time. So I'm going to read the symbology without showing you much. Oh, very intense deck. So, maybe I will show you a few cards. It's for Cancer, December 2019, Situationship reading. Take what you will, leave the rest. The first portal is now opening. Okay. Portal is open. And, well, there is some sort of depravity happening here. A risky situation about a new passionate beginning with someone that is very strong and very hard. There is the capacity for a huge eruption of potential energies from one party to the next, but this person has already a great deal of mojo on their side. Mojo, like a spiritual sort of tantric energy. They have a lot to promise in terms of that department. I'm talking down south, I'm talking below the equator. That package is ginormous, and you are somewhat ready for it. You have this Five of Coins energy where you feel a bit left out of a certain situation, and you have been tempting a great number, at least 2 or 3 potentials in terms of your energy, your mojo, and this has left people to look at you with a great deal of lust, and you like this. And perhaps you've attracted this gigantic sexual energy from someone that is ready to give it to you so fully that it might create some tension. This tension comes from a deep fear that is being released, and you have used a great deal of your energy, Cancer, here with the moon, in order to tempt at least 2 people. And not only that, they bring along with them their baggage, and in a way you were healing them through some sort of mystical magic that has to do with your emotions, and these are very deep. Somehow you've made a choice, and the choice was between 2 people. You've made the choice, and you are not moving forward with it for some reason. We have here the Chariot, and it's in reverse. So there is a Cupid character there, and you are holding that Cupid character back or casting it away in a certain way. You are saying no to love and the potential of love. I don't know why. There is a need for peace here, but it's not being reached. Someone has a huge thing to give you, and they really want to give it to you, but you are being very hesitant, and are instead looking for some sort of peaceful resolution in a way. And this is bringing you to a halt in a certain way. It's like you're not willing to give it up easy to this person, which can lead to a type of either a fostering of a stronger connection between you and this person, or perhaps to a total fallout and a situation of no growth. Okay, but there is something that exists between you and this person with the Two of Cups energy here in reverse. So the Two of Cups, and it's in reverse. Some sort of civil contract with you and this person is being disengaged in a certain way, and because of this, the Empress, who is here, a temptress, she cannot grow, and there is a hold back. There is some hold back energy here with the Empress, as well as the Chariot in reverse, as well as the Moon in reverse. These are all your cards, and you could also be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, or potentially, yeah, there's a lot of forward movement as well. Some sort of opening is happening. Whether you want it to or not, you are going to be catapulted into some sort of new cycle. This cycle has to do with you no longer delving into the dream world to find a sense of pleasure, as well as you being very open to the trumpet's call, as well as some sort of impatience when it comes to someone who wants to offer you something. But I think overall you've been held back, and you've been quite happy with that, and you've been satisfied in a way that doesn't require the full eclipse, the full energy of something super profound. I mean, I think you've been able to please yourself in a certain way, and that energy is like something that you're okay with, as well as if there is an offer of love, I don't think you will accept it, as well as this offer of love is laced with a secret desire for you to explode in a certain way. There's a lot of pent-up energy here that has your name on it. There also is something sadomasochistic about this. Some sort of promise of some sort of end, but at the cost of something. We also have here the Star, which is a beautiful card, and it's in reverse. There's a need to heal, as well as the Lovers here, and it's in reverse. The Lovers, and it's in reverse. So there is a need to either cement an already deep connection, or perhaps to make a choice towards something that is more fulfilling in a certain way. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna close this off before anything crazy happens. Portal is closed. Cancer, welcome back. We have wound down that energy. It is now tamed and locked up in the shed. We're gonna go ahead and move up with the 1975 deck to the second iteration, second portal, the Royal Fez Moroccan deck from Morocco, and from 1975. It's a very good deck, my best currently. Portal 2 is about to open completely now, and take what you will, leave the rest please. Okay. The portal is now open. There was a period of confusion. In your solitude, you found stability, and you were constantly seeing signs from the universe, synchronicities, as well as the ability to interpret bird call. Something about augury here with the eight, no, the nine of pentacles. Talks to me of you coming into power and to be able to listen to the messages of the air, listen to messages and sort of do it from a distance, essentially. You've been contemplating and ruminating on your own stability and your own ability to maintain that in a civil way, okay? And you have come into a great progression here, dear Cancer, because not only do you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups talks about confusion as well as dark night of the soul and modern love and being cast out because you don't know what the hell you're doing. Some sort of major confusion. However, it's in reverse. So in the month of December, this sort of period of darkness as well as this confusion essentially is going to be lifted. The veil that covers your eyes as well as your mouth and your whole visage is being lifted, which hats off to you. That is a very good thing. Yeah. Um, Somehow you were offered one too many things, and this really turned you off and put you in the state of some sort of Queen of Swords energy. You were offered something, and that really turned you off in a certain way. You just said, "No, I am on the path to healing. I'm on the path of the Bodhisattva. Please go the hell away with your Ace of Cups. I don't need it." And that puts you into a state of rejecting a lot of different things, rejecting everything. Something about this dynamic talks to me about a deep and hidden recess when it comes to the Two and the Three of Cups energy, some sort of void inside of you, general disharmony with the people around you as well as with lovers. You weren't willing to commit to anything that was outside of you, and you were internalized, introverted. You needed to find balance when it came to the sort of issues within that you had to conquer in a certain way with strength here. In the reverse, you needed to find your strength again and do that through balance, as well as you may have been working with a number of various commitments, and these were consuming you in a certain way. It was very difficult for you to maintain emotional harmony in a certain way. Also, there is the need to know that someone wasn't someone moved out of your energy field, and this could have been some sort of triangular sort of relationship with two lovers here that are being cast out with the Five of Pentacles as well as the Three of Swords here, some sort of heartbreak enacted, as well as the Two of Swords here, discernment no longer being sort of reckoned with, because this is all in reverse. This talks to me about something that happened in the past that was very much traumatizing in terms of your mental sort of space. This person was not good for you, and they left the equation. And at what avail? I don't know. But there is some sort of communication here. Communication that with this person is essentially. In a way, not standing in their truth. With the King of Swords in reverse here, they are not standing in their truth, and they are sending you loads of communication. This has to, this triggers you. This triggers you in a certain way, and I think it triggers more than anything a type of heartbreak that that you don't necessarily want in your life, or perhaps they trigger in you something from the past that comes into the present, some sort of cycle or something that you need to let go of in the past and just let it go, because the three of swords is here, and I mentioned the Three of Swords with the Five of Swords in reverse earlier. There is some sort of fear that you are letting go of, and it is bringing you some sort of power. But I think the foundations with you and this person are essentially not exactly stable, but there is love here, and there is a choice to reach through the obstacles that the divine is setting between you two. And the feminine is dealing with poison as well as knowledge. This is Adam and Eve, as well as the man with fire, the originator of the original sort of invention of man, which is fire. So this is very primordial energy, this lovers, and it's making you think and wonder about the foundations of such a connection. Is it really stable? Because as soon as Adam and Eve were cast out of Eden, they had to deal with mortality, right? There's something about this that is very disenchanting, and it's left you in a state of despair, as well as a state of rumination over something in the past that you want to revisit in some sort of way, some sort of unfinished business. Okay, this person from the past triggers in you a great deal of regret, as well as unhappiness, as well as feeling left out in the cold. But the beauty of the Five of Pentacles is that this talks also about dematerialization, as well as um, not going the path of Pentacles, therefore being cast out in a certain way, therefore finding the spiritual path. Okay, that's my interpretation, my newest interpretation of the Five Pentacles. There's something about the spiritual quest that you are on that is very indicative of you recharging some sort of lost emotional wealth, some sort of lost emotional romance, even romance as well as love are definitely coming from these masculine characters in a very hidden way, in a very passive way, and in a way these people, these men who, or these masculine people that come into your life are essentially quite feminine in a certain way, as well as there's something about resurrection here that I don't think you will let back in, at least in the month of December, because that cycle is closed, and you are moving on and you're waiting for the right timing for some sort of departure and some sort of finding rest, as well as moving on and moving forward. But there still is some sort of block, as well as a number of obstacles that you have to get over, and there still is some sort of hidden passion for this person when it comes to you manifesting them back, only to exact some sort of deep betrayal or some sort of treachery. This person, though, I think means well, and you may be dealing with a Gemini or perhaps an Aries or a Taurus, but they are both empowered. They are both empowered and they know how to manifest things, but then they also are disempowered. There's something about their masculinity that is very much without boundaries and without dominion, without control in a certain way. Therefore, the burden on you is heavy and great. Even if they offer apologies, there still would be some sort of karmic lesson to be learned with you and them. There still is a tie, but you'll notice that their actions are quite manipulative, or perhaps are calling you back for some sort of commitment of a higher form. Nostalgia will come to you, as well as with this nostalgia, a remembrance of things past that were not very balanced, and a sense of injustice. There may not be any good teamwork with you and this person. The soul contract between you and this person is very terribly misinterpreted, and the growth of this connection with the Empress in reverse indicates some sort of ending when it comes to ultimate commitment with them. However, they may offer you some sort of stagnancy in terms of a commitment. I don't know if you want that, probably not, because you're going to be hardworking and going through some sort of transformation about something that you, Cancer, with the Chariot here, needs to come into fruition. So this stagnant energy just cannot be here anymore, and you need to realize that people from the past who are manipulating you are not part of your higher cause. And there's a secret here about your own emotional fulfillment that can be coming to you and bringing you into power, and not reliant on some sort of connection in order for you to feel emotionally fulfilled. Okay, that was a mouthful. Okay, whew. Cancer, that was intense. Those two iterations were really intense. I'm going to the third iteration now, getting tongue-tied. And I'm going to go ahead and work with an alchemized deck, a very beautiful deck from Spain as well as Lisbon, the Juego de Cartas, the Gypsy deck, kind of Lenormandie, and the Legitimo Tarot, which is like an adaptation of Egyptian Tarot, along with the major arcana and the major court cards are here. Are you ready? I'm going to shuffle and clear the energy of the deck. If any cards fall out, I will include them in a pre-read. Okay. Okay. This deck is ready now. This deck is ready. I think. Hold on. One more shuffle. Okay. And a cut. Yeah. Okay, as far as your pre-shuffle goes, there is a weak offer of justice coming from someone who is egoistic and they have you in mind. A weak offer of justice, commitment through justice and equalization from someone who is very egoistic. They have a high ideal of themselves and they see you from a distance. Right? Okay. The third portal is open. Someone has left you in the dust when it comes to harvest, but you have taken something from them. What it is a sort of boon and a truth, as well as the ability to protect yourself from future iterations of love. Also, there is something you've taken from them on the low, on a very secret dimension, and you have come up with a new way of slowing down. This slowdown leads to a type of hidden gift, as well as you evolving into a higher wisdom that isn't totally noticeable yet. You are maturing in terms of your intelligence and becoming more emotionally intelligent, and are moving away from a family situation. When you do this, some sort of, oh, this is a beautiful card, some sort of secret contract, the move away from a familial tie or some sort of resonance from the family, in terms of your emotions. As soon as you disengage emotionally, you become emotionally intelligent to, through force, through the act of force, forcefully be rid of a contract or a binding agreement. Okay? This has to do with home, it also has to do with the father. There is something about this father figure who closed off a lot of roads of love for you and created hidden obstacles that you haven't seen yet. But you are taking stock, and through your mother figure or through your own inner divine feminine, you are able to see through the veil of mist to find love again and to find happiness that has been hiding from you. This is through a process of great transformation that requires a higher force, including the higher consciousness, to destroy something that exists between two people. Something that exists between two people, a strong connection that needs to be purged because it is not serving you and your higher purpose. The person in the pre-read who has this tower and is offering a sense of justice through a type of new commitment, I don't know if they have your best interest at heart. In a way, you are no longer offering the key to your heart nor growth in a situation with someone who pretends to offer a grand thing, but you know the secret, and intuitively you know that your passions lie somewhere where you will be rooted in something more deep and profound. This person may manipulate you, and you will be on the path to running away from them. And if this happens, a great fear will be realized, or perhaps a great fear will arise about any new commitments. Yeah, a great fear about any new commitments. And there's also the possibility for you to have a truthful new beginning and a new commitment to truth. And you have two aces here, the Ace of Pentacles as well as the Ace of Swords. And this is leading to a type of hidden commitment to a healing situation, some sort of Aquarius or a Pisces. But there's definitely healing here through some sort of commitment. This commitment comes through the form of the ring. And there also is some sort of hidden toxicity as well as hidden scavenging going on with someone who has started to move away from you secretly. They're behaving very toxically, and there is a chance for you to call in some sort of resurrection, but it won't happen. I don't think you really want it because this person has left you in a certain way secretly. They may have said something else, but their energy is departing. What you may notice is that there's a soulmate energy coming around you once the wheel has turned, but it hasn't yet. The timing is going to be right, and then not only will they offer you healing and profound cosmic love, but also supreme love. I mean, these are both the same cards, but then they're in the flip. So one person will know about the love connection in this soulmate relationship. The other person will not. and you can flip the reversals accordingly. So this could be you who doesn't know about this love, but I think it's more the father figure that you bring in. Somebody who reminds you of your father will, here in the bottom, will, they won't know that they love you or something. I don't know. There's also something about this father figure's way of passion that is really big, and this talks to me of a new beginning in passion, as well as a huge thing for you. There also is a message, and the message, if you receive it, will try to possess you in a certain way, and it might smother you. So these messages that come to you may be lovely in a certain way, but I think you're ready to close off the communication with them, and you may see that that they're not behaving. You might be scared that they're not behaving psychologically sound. They might be manipulative in some way, but this lover may be looking to their own behaviors and may not be acknowledging that you are afraid. But there's a new vision that you are trying to find in some sort of deep transformation, double transformation, some sort of vision that will come to you with Veda here, a riddle in the Sphinx, and the alignment of Osiris, as well as the belt of Orion here. Um, there's a profound sort of vision that you are trying to find through the hanged man mode. In Portuguese, it's O Pelorino. O Pelorino. I'm tongue twisted. But I think there's also a great, with the death card here, a great need for a change and transformation before you can feel again and take the path of love with someone. You need to find this joy, but only if you find it within and commit yourself to something that may. That is. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that as a secret. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close this portal and get to the Russian Fairy Oracle. Cancer. So I'm going to the Russian Fairy Oracle now by Ivan Bilibin. Bilibin. It's a Russian Fairy Oracle deck from Russia with Love, first designed in 1885 by Ivan Bilibin. And I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and just pull a few cards and get some advice. The advice will come from a number of lovers to Cancer. Whoa. I'm going to take a peek at these. There's a lot of cards. And then I'll probably set it back. Oh shit. Okay, here you are, Cancer, with the female in reverse. There's something about your maternal, your feminine energy that is not balanced right now. And there's something about a secret love that is moving towards, away from a lot of trouble. A secret love that is moving away from a lot of trouble here and moving towards this position of hope. Okay? Position of hope, sorry. Position of hope, secret love. Okay? And this talks to me of dissolution and the need to run away with the secret love, right? As well as this old lady here who's hoping for something. She's hoping for her ships to come in. She's hoping for the castle in the sky. She's hoping for some sort of peace and some sort of grandeur. But there's a lot of motion happening here because from that hope comes the Red Rider. And the Red Rider usually heralds a message. So the Red Rider is like the knight in shining armor, the extreme badass of the riders. Usually he has like a flaming sword. He has a flaming sword, and he equips that as like a very truthful, passionate sort of communication about hope and about some sort of hidden lineage here. Some sort of hidden czar. Czar is like the Russian ruler. Here he's sitting on his throne with like 2 wives and then a whole holy community behind him. There's a message coming to this czar figure from someone who has been hoping for something for some time. And behind what this czar is looking at is looking straight into the skull of Vasilisa the Beautiful. So this is the card of Vasilisa and the Beautiful and the Skull. This is the card of transformation with 8 being here. This is the card of Scorpio. This is the card of seeing through the darkness to find light, as well as dealing with mortality, as well as sexual urges, and equipping that and transforming, seeing through the eyes of mortality here with the skull and the laser beams that are coming out of it, seeing, having that vision, having that deep, profound vision, okay? The Tsar is a hidden father figure who's looking to Vasilisa the Beautiful, who is showing the Tsar to look into the eyes of the skull she carries with these laser beams erupting out of it, and it's showing the Tsar the truth of mortality. No matter how much position you'll get, my dear Tsar, you will not escape death, and that's the beauty of Vasilisa, the Beautiful and the Skull. Okay. So all these messages talk about hope and moving away through some sort of romance in order to find your femininity through transformation. Okay, my dear Cancer, that was pretty epic. I'm going to leave you off now. Enjoy your December, and I'm looking forward to 2020. I will touch in with you mid December from probably another country, and we'll continue to read for you your energies from that part of the world. And I'll see you later. Once again, Ron Tarot of the Twin Sun. Peace and namaste.